And we're live. Hi, everyone.
Oh,
Hi,
nice. Hi,
Ricky. How are
Jessica.
you?
Hey, Jessica. Fine, thank you.
Good, good. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Yep,
I can hear myself. Um, Maybe you have Facebook or okay, now it's good.
that's good.
Now I
Mm.
can hear it. I think
All
you
right.
need to keep it muted. Um, so hi, everyone. Welcome to our live event. My name is Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager here at University of the People. And it's an honor to be here today with our MBA student, Ricky. We'll give everyone a few minutes to sign on. But I'm really excited to interview Ricky and find out about his startup and what it's like to be a student at an MBA student at University of the People. So I want our viewers to know that first of all, thank you for joining us, and second of all, I'd love it if you guys would let us know where you're from. If you're a student, if you're an applicant, let us know where you're from. If you're currently studying with us, why don't you tell us what you're studying so we can differentiate the two? And please feel free to ask any questions during this live event. This is what we're here for. We're here to answer any questions you may have. If we don't answer your question during the event, we will review and respond afterwards. Not a problem. So, okay, so I encourage our viewers to ask questions and engage with each other. So again, my name is Jessica. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the social media and community manager. Hi, Nadine. Nice to see you. And I am here today to interview our MBA student, Ricky. And so, Ricky, I guess I'll pass it over to you. Why don't
Okay.
you why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. So, hi everyone. Nice to meet you. So, my name is Ricky Wijaya. So, I am actually Indonesian where I'm currently reside or living in Malaysia. Yeah, so Jessica mentioned about my startup. So I started my startup 4 years ago, and I think that's the reason why it motivated me to take a MBA degree so that I can explore and learn more along the way. Yeah, I think that pretty much sum up about my profile as of now.
Okay, and I see Julia says, Ricky, that is an amazing shirt. And I also said the same thing, Julia. So great minds think alike. And Ricky, maybe you can tell us a little bit about your shirt.
Oh yeah, so this is actually is a traditional Indonesian batik. So if you visit Indonesia, right, you can see most of the government officials and people locals like they are wearing this in during the workings and even some function or big events. So this is our we call it a traditional clothes for us, and is actually made earth color tone and is with the flower or with the flower motif. Yeah, so we all Indonesian very proud to wear this everywhere we go.
Yeah, it's super cool. Thank you for wearing that today. And
Yeah.
I saw somebody else, I missed it, but I saw somebody else commented on your shirt as well. So we're all loving the shirt. Julia's even going to go to Indonesia just to buy the shirt. But you're
Mm,
not in Indonesia, you're in Malaysia. Is that correct?
yeah, correct.
So, okay, so you currently live in Malaysia and you have a startup there. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about your startup.
My startup, right? We actually doing AI technologies, and we are rolled out to the small and medium businesses in Southeast Asia. So currently, we have office in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. Yeah. So in the span of 3 years, right? We are looking to expand to the more countries. Yeah, but of course, that plan have to be put on hold due to the COVID. We can't travel. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
so
actually gonna, yeah. Sorry, I was gonna ask you about COVID. How has COVID impacted your business at all?
At the beginning, yes, because everyone unsure about a lot of things, and they actually stop on the, they are actually focused more on necessity livings. But after 2 or 3 months, our demand increasing because people in the business, right, they need to transform the business into a digital, and that's where that our service excels because we provide them outsourcing through the all digitals.
Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. And I'm while you're speaking, I'm also seeing so many comments coming in, people really coming in from all over the world here. We have
Yeah.
Ghana and Kenya, and
Whoa.
yeah, I actually saw some people from Indonesia. I know South Africa's represented. So many countries represented. I didn't say at the beginning, but we do have over 50,000 students from over 200 countries and territories. So lots of diverse students at UoPeople. We're so fortunate. Okay,
Hmm.
so Ricky, how long have you been studying at University of the People?
I've been studying since last August, so it's about 4 months. Yeah. Now I'm entering my second term actually.
Okay, so you just entered term two. It's your
Yeah.
first official week at term two, right?
Yes, and
Oh,
very exciting.
congratulations. How's it
Yeah.
going? How's it going, Ricky?
Well, I'm surprised that my first subject, right, when I took management in marketing, right, oh, I got a full mark. I was like, oh, that drives me to, okay, let's go for another full mark for this subject too.
Wow, very cool. Okay, so maybe you can talk about some of the barriers that maybe you had before you started at University of the People. Sometimes, it's lack of time. Sometimes
Mm.
it's financial. So maybe you can talk about what your barriers were before starting at UO People, if you had any.
Oh yeah. So I have a plan to take MBA since last year. So I've been looking like a local university and some online no, there's no such thing like online university in Malaysia yet, as of what I know. But the problem is actually in the term of finance, right? We require to pay at least more than half of the fee upfront in order for us to enroll. So that is actually pretty much quite a big sum for me personally. Yeah, but at the same time, when I see the timetable, right, they are focusing either on the weekend classes or maybe like after office hour, which is not possible for me. That's why that I'm looking like something that I'm able to manage my time, and I'm able to learn according to my pace and my time. So I think that's why that when I see the University of People, I said, "Whoa, this is it."
Yeah, definitely. And how
Yeah.
did you hear of University of the People?
So I saw in the, when I searched MBA, right, they got a lot of advertisement, a lot of people are telling me, hey, you should study in this place and that place. But I know if one of my uni friend last time, he told me that why not you try this, 100% online MBA program. So it piqued my interest, and then I said, "Yeah, can you give me more info?" Then I'm very surprised, right? The enrollment process is very, very simple. Yeah, I click here and there, register myself, and then boom, I'm a student.
That's yeah. Well, we our mission at University of the People is to open the gates to higher education. So anything we can do to make it easier to apply to UO People is, one of our main goals. Um, so maybe you could talk a little bit about why you wanted a higher education and what you
Hmm.
do after you graduate.
Yeah. So I learned MBA because I know that when I'm managing my business, right? So I made a lot of hurdles, such as like in term of marketing, in term of management, in term of overall how to run the company. So I think that's why that a lot of even some of the mentors that I met, they mentioned to me, why not you take MBA? So I think that's the reason why I'm looking for MBA program. And of course, after graduate, right, I'm looking forward to use my skills to grow and to expand my business as far as I can.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, we have a lot of students like you, Ricky, who are pursuing an MBA who are entrepreneurs. I think that's super
Mm.
cool, and I'm sure you have a lot of hands-on experience
Yeah,
studying.
that very helps.
So, how do you manage your time though? You're studying, you have your own business. I know you have partners.
Yep.
And also, Nadine was asking, what is the name of your startup? I think people are also interested in knowing. If you want to share that, if not, it's okay. But maybe you could talk about the name of your startup if you
Uh,
want. And
yeah, my
yeah, what is the name?
okay, it's a workspace technologies.
Workspace. Okay.
Yeah,
Workspace Technologies, everyone. You can look
yeah.
it up and help support Ricky. How do you have time to study and own your own business?
Oh yeah. So in fact, I'm a father of one, and my now my wife is pregnant, so I guess next year I will have two. Yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah.
Ricky.
So because of this, right, I actually all my learning and assignment and also the reading, right, I took it in early morning. Like I wake up in local time around 5 to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And after I done my daily routine, like prayer and some workout, so I start to read and then start to do my assignment in a daily basis. So imagine if I doing this in a traditional university, right? I don't think I have a time to really, pursue the educations because like the class either at night where I use the time either to for my family or sometime for my business, like we are doing programming and some AI cool stuff, R&D along the way. Yeah, so yep, I think that is how I'm actually managing my time in during my learning time.
So that's amazing. So the fact that UoPeople is 100% online gives you the flexibility to study, to work, to have your own company,
Yep,
to take care of your family. So it's really great. I think also the fact that you wake up at 5 or between 5 and 6 is quite helpful.
yep,
I don't know what your secret is. You must teach it to me because I really struggle with waking up in the morning.
yep.
Although I agree it's very important in order to be productive. Um, okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience at University of the People, like with your instructors, your advisor? What kind
Mm,
of insight can you give to those who maybe don't know so much about UO People?
yeah. So, in fact, I have been engaged with my advisor regarding the program, and they always very helpful for me. Like asking some questions and clarify subjects and what are the things that I can learn. And I think during the learning experience, right, what I like the most is actually in the we have this every week we have this discussion assignment where we need to put some our thought about certain subjects, and then everyone will have either ask question or put some inputs. So I found that is very engaging and very collaborative because apart from they can ask certain question to me, at the same time I'm actually able to learn from other people's view because they might be come from certain angle where, oh yeah, that point is actually is makes sense, and certain point that they brought up is very very helpful in my learning progress. Yeah, and the instructor is very very helpful when you ask a lot of about some pointers, and some they do like to bring a lot of topic very deep in the insight. So I think that is something that I do really like personally.
Okay, that's super cool. I wanted to ask you about, you clearly have a great career path. Maybe you can tell us what you were doing before your startup, and if you what type of professional advice do you have for our viewers?
Ah, okay. So before I start my startup, right, I'm actually doing a lot of SAP rollout projects where I do travel a lot of countries to yeah, to roll out the SAP solutions. It is more like IT solutions. And I think with the very heavy travel, right, it makes me think like, hey, I need to stop doing, traveling in a lot of countries, and start to, do my own things. I guess that actually interests, right? That's where I meet few people who are really, very passionate about what we do, and that's why this startup is formed. Yeah, and I think the one thing that I really like to highlight, right? To me, constant learning is something that I know is very important, because the moment you stop learning, right, that's where that you can't grow, or you can't be expand in any area.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I
And
think that's for me.
um, no, you have a lot of really great advice. What about somebody looking to get into, what would you say to somebody who wanted to start a startup? What would you say to them?
Okay, so I think in the for the textbooks, right, people will think about passions, dreams, yeah. But I come in the out of books, which is my own personal, right. So it take a lot of dedication and hard work. Yeah, bear in mind, right, they got times where at the I think at the bootstraps period, right, I have no income up to maybe 8 months. Yeah.
Wow.
So that is actually to test, right? Do you really love what you're doing or not? Yeah, I think that's the real test, because it's easy to do what you like, right? But when you do things that you like without income, right, that is another level for me.
Wow. So are you very passionate about AI technology?
Yes. I think that's what driven me, and of course, with the support of my wife and my family, right? Actually, that helps along the way, because doing business, right? It I do face a lot of failure, a lot of challenges, but their support is actually the one that keep me, being active, and I be able to move. Yeah, I think the credit goes to my wife, 100%.
Wow. That's so nice. Okay, I'm going to shift it a little bit. I want to go back to COVID. COVID has impacted our students from all over the world. There's highs and lows and it's everywhere in between. How has it affected Malaysia?
In here, right, we have been doing the movement control order since February, actually. So, mean to say, right, we can't go freely like, like we used to be, and we only can go out when it's necessary. Yeah. So during this period, right, I can see a lot of business are closed, and even some university, they are not able to continue the study, because they have to shift from offline to online in a very short notice. Yeah. My wife is a lecturer, actually. So when during the period of transition, I can see how stressful she is. So from teaching in a classroom, Now she has to move to online in a very 1 or 2 weeks period of time, and with a lot of uncertainty whereby we don't know either the government allow the university to open because we don't know the timeline when we can go back to normal. So I guess this is the new normal for us, doing everything in online. And yeah, I think that is challenges that we are facing, especially in Malaysia actually.
Yeah, definitely. And what's the situation like there now? I mean, what did it get better and now it's worse, or what's happening right now with COVID?
Oh, in fact, in recent months, right, the infection number is keep increasing to the worst actually. So we are facing the third wave, whereby the infection goes to 4 digit daily. Because in the past 3 to 5 months ago, we never hit one above 1,000 daily. It's just about 200, 300, and then become controllable.
Right. Yeah. Everyone's impacted by it. It's pretty crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna shift back to UoPeople, Ricky.
Sure, sure, sure.
That's Ricky. So maybe you can talk a little bit. You can give us any tips that you have for students out there who are looking to switch to an online degree as COVID has impacted, you know, so many schools, and they've closed. And so people are really looking to online education. And
Hmm.
so we've seen a big increase in our enrollment,
Hmm.
which I think is, because of brand awareness and because of, schools closing or people unfortunately losing their jobs. So, what tips do you have for students looking to transition to an online degree?
I think the number one tips that I have is discipline. Yeah, because this is where they with the high flexibility, right? It come in very high challenges. Sometime during the rainy day, the weather a bit cold, right? You just want to sleep way longer than normal. Yeah, so I guess that is in the my daily time, right? I have to remind myself it's time to wake up and time to learn and try to finish my assignment on time. um, and the second time is that I do have some study group whereby doing online, right? You never think that you do it alone. Yeah, you need to, like, a group of people who support you, and you're able to learn from one another. Yeah, so I think these two things, right, is actually driven me to study more, and even I think the benefit is tremendous actually.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
those are great tips. Thank you so much for sharing. Any final thoughts, Ricky, on anything you owe people, your experience, anything you want to leave our viewers with?
Oh yeah. So if you haven't enrolled, then never don't think too long. Quickly enroll. Yeah, because I do really love the way how the subject, and even the subject arrangement, and even the area of knowledge, right? To my surprise, right, it is pretty much up to date with the current trend. Yeah. So because previously when I study my degree, right, no, normally you take, like, 3 to 5 years back of the topic, then you study on that current day. Yeah. So un- University of the People, right? They have very good structure of the subjects, and the instructor is actually very helpful. So if you have some question that you have doubts or what, feel free to ping them, and within 1 or 2 days, right, they will reply in a very friendly way. So I think that's the thing that I like about it.
Okay, cool. Well, if anyone has any questions, about University of the People, you can email admissions@uopeople.edu. You can leave a comment on here and ask us, or you can direct message me on all of our social media platforms. We are here to help you. And also, I don't know if this is something that people know, but at University of the People, you can try a whole term and then you can just pay at the end. So there's really there's no risk involved with applying to UoPeople. We do have, a very strong academic leadership team. It's all 100% online, and you can study anywhere, anytime. All you need is an internet connection. So actually, extra thanks to Ricky because it is 10:30 at night for you, or
Oh,
11:30.
11:30.
So it's 11:30 at night in Malaysia. So Ricky, thank you so much for joining us so late in your night. I was really surprised when you agreed to do this event at this time, but I really appreciate it. And I
No
know our
worries.
viewers really appreciate it too. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing your story. Don't forget to check out Ricky's startup. What is it again called?
Workspace technologies.
Workspace Technologies,
Yep.
and they're located in 3 countries,
Malaysia,
right?
Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia.
Amazing. You're
Yeah.
you're dominating over there. Okay, so that's all we got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If I didn't answer your question, we will review and respond after this event. So no worries, you will get a response. And I really appreciate everyone tuning in today, and a special thanks to Ricky for being a great interviewee. So thank you everyone so much, and I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thanks, Ricky. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye, Jessica. Bye, everyone.
Bye.